No worries, that's fine. We tell all the attendees that they can, chime in, and this is a casual conversation, so we should feel free to do the same, right? So we decided to talk about tech tools for all the reasons that we just shared, but I saw a quote this week which I really loved, and it said, "Technology won't solve your problems. You will, using technology." And that's what you have done this year. You have used technology to help you address some of these challenges and tackle them. And as I said earlier, to excite students, engage your students, and enhance your teaching and learning. And so before we hear from some special guests who signed up to share one or more of their favorite tech tools, I just wanted to highlight a couple of things. On the screen right now, you'll see the graphic that says 6 EdTech tools to try in 2021. And this was an article that Anna Maria found, and she linked in the announcement this week. So you can always go back and find it there. And I reckon that she'll probably put it in the chat for us at some point here today too. But I just wanted to give a little overview of what the content in that. I really love that article because it breaks down 6 EdTech tools and talks about what they can be used for and gives really practical examples of that, which I don't know about y'all, but one of my favorite things as an educator is when I read an article or I go to a professional development experience and I get very practical information that I can understand how I can take it right back to the classroom, and I get inspired by that. So a couple of the apps, there's one app that this article talks about where you can provide feedback through voice comments on Google documents, spreadsheets, or any other type of presentation that a student might do. So instead of spending time like writing out or typing out response and feedback, you can do that in voice, which I really love because those of you who know me well, I like to talk and I like expression, and I think that connection matters. So I think you can build relationships with your students like that. And I know y'all are chuckling. There's another one that shares, another app in there that shares news and current events from all sides. So, we have had a lot go on in the world with COVID, with US politics, with so many hot topics, and hot topics are always out there in the news, that you can get one side or the other, depending on what your stance is. And sometimes we have to be careful not to provide biased information to our students. So you have to really dissect that information. And this app provides news and information from all sides, which I thought was really cool to have all in one place. This one also shares Google Lens, which you can point it at a text in one language, it'll translate to another. You can point it at a math problem and it will help you find a solution. You might not want your students to know about that one. You can point it at a text, which is really cool for any kind of students with any type of need that you're trying to address. You can point it at a text and the app will read it out loud. So that's great for some of our students that could really use that and benefit from having text read aloud to them. There is an app in here that talks about portfolio creation. So it's great for projects, so things that you could create, collections and presentations around, but also for your students. Prezi is on there, which is one that I think a lot of people have seen. It's really good for video and photo, great visuals to capture attention. And then one that I had not heard about, which is Embrace Race. So it has resources and discussions and webinars and all kinds of things around helping children understand this world where race matters. And I just thought, what a great app and great resources to have at your fingertips. So I wanted to highlight some of those and to give Anna Maria a big shout out for finding that article, which I think was really beneficial. And then the other thing that I shared on there, which I'll point out, is as soon as we were talking about this topic, I thought back to the recent United We Teach Summit, and again, Janella did a wonderful presentation about virtual live field trips with her students. But at the beginning of her presentation, she shared this slide, which just is like peppered with all of these different apps and tech tools that she has been using in the past year. And it came to my mind immediately when we started talking about this topic. I'm like, I have to include a visual of that, because I bet that's what you feel like this year too, with all of the different apps that you've tried. So with that being said, we know that many of you have tried, like Janella, many of these apps. And our speakers today who signed up to share have also tried lots of apps, and they would like to share a little bit with you today. So when we talked about this last week, we said that you could fill out this brief Google form and come ready to share about a tech tool that you really like and why. And we said you could just like talk about it, tell us in a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or if you wanted to share your screen and demo it, you could do that. Or if you wanted to have some type of little slide, a couple of slides to share, that you could do that. So I honestly have no idea what our friends have in store for us today, but we have 3 amazing rock star volunteers who were willing to share. And so we are going to introduce each one, just by passing the floor to them. They can tell you a little bit about who they are, where they're from, and what they teach. And then they're going to share a tech tool with you. Once that person is done sharing the tech tool, we're going to open the floor up for any questions that you might have, comments. If you've used that same tech tool before and you want to share how you used it, we'd love to hear. But we'll open the floor, and then once we're done with those questions and comments, we'll open it up to the next guest speaker. So does that sound like a plan for everyone? Good plan? Awesome. Well, with that being said, then we're going to put Steffi up first. She's the first picture in the Participate Learning hat. She's got those cool sunglasses on, and it's hers.
Okay. Hey, guys. Nice to see you all. That picture is so funny because those sunglasses are a sticker. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Steffi Toma, and I'm from Chile. And this is my 4th year with Participate, about to start my 5th one. And I am a 4th grade teacher. We're currently in Plan B. So I'm having some kids on Monday, Tuesday, some others on Thursday, Friday, and I still have a group of virtual students. So it's been a challenge, as I know it has been for you as well. And I recently found 2 websites that I really like. They have been helpful. So I want to share my screen. If that's okay. Is it enabled?
Yes, absolutely. Feel free to share.
Okay. So the first website I want to share with you is WhiteboardFi. I don't know if you guys use it, but maybe it will help somebody. This website is very good for math and for Spanish. Because I don't think I mentioned that I'm in a full immersion. So I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to put it in the chat. You are all welcome to click on it and become one of my students for a couple minutes. All you have to do is write your name. You can enable a waiting room, but I don't have it here. So click on that link and I'm going to click on toggle with my whiteboard. I already have Michelle. And there I have a whiteboard and you have your own whiteboard. So what's good about this? You only see your whiteboard and mine, but I see all of my students. That way, I don't have to be asking one by one, share your screen, show me your work, because you know, when you share your screen, you disrupt somebody else. And so here you can do anything you want. We're doing fractions right now. So I'm like, show me an equivalent fraction for 1/2. So you can go ahead and do it. You have a lot of tools in this toolbar. And something I really like is this. I'm going to make this one visible for you, and I'm going to include a picture here. Where do I have that one? This one from Pixton. So if I have this picture of my class, and I want you to have the same background, I can make it so it's there. I click on push, and I go to push the students as background. And that way, it's your background as well, and it won't be erased. And that's something wonderful because I like Jamboard a lot. I use it, but what I don't like about it is that they can erase everything by accident. But here they cannot erase it and they have to write on top of it. And something else that I like about this is that we can use emojis. We have been learning about the 5 senses and you can include all the emojis you want. We had a great lesson on this. So it's fun. You can put a grid if you're teaching music. It's super easy and it has a lot of resources. I also include task cards for math. I put it here and then they solve it here. And if you click on one, you can give them feedback. If you have the pro version, I don't, but I really don't feel like I need it. It works just fine. And this doesn't save your class. So all they have to do is put their names and they log into it. So if you want to save work, this wouldn't be the website for it, but it's good for practice and when you want to do something and just see their work without them disrupting other people. You can also type here if they don't like the drawing tools. So this is WhiteboardFi. Now you have the link to it. I hope it's useful. I didn't show you all the colors, but you can explore this and find all the little things. It's really cool. I like it a lot. And now I'm gonna show you Classkick. I don't know if you have heard of it, but hopefully somebody hasn't. This is very new to me. My colleague that's new to the school showed it to me. They bought it in her county in Virginia. It's a bit expensive, but the basic version of it only allows you 10 assignments, so you can erase them if you no longer need them. And that's the only difference with the pro version. In the paid version, you can have as many as you want. So I haven't done anything here yet. I only have the assignments she shared, but I'm going to show you what she's done so far. This is about, we're teaching science. So here you can also bring screenshots and add them. They cannot move the background if you choose that they don't. And they scroll down and they can drag pictures, put them wherever they want. They can use all of these tools here. You can record your voice when you want to give instructions and leave it there. And the rest, I mean, I haven't explored everything like I told you, but she showed me and it looked very interesting. And I'm going to show you the test she gave recently here. So she had a test and paper that she was giving the students that were in the classroom. So she scanned it with her phone and then put it here, and you can add the multiple choice, which is pretty cool. You just put it on top. And she had read aloud versions for some of her students that needed it. And the good thing is that she didn't have to read the test to them while they were on Zoom. She recorded her voice and added it here so they could hear it as many times as they wanted without them disrupting the other students. And you can also see their work in real time like you can with Google Slides or Jamboard. And she could tell them, hey, you're going too fast, you gotta slow down. So there's a lot to do here. I don't know much about it yet, but it looks interesting. So those are my 2 websites that I wanted to share with you.
Wow, thank you, Steffi. Those were amazing. So many possibilities there. And I see some conversations in the chat. It seems like some people have seen these before, which is great. But others, you looked as excited as I did watching all of that happen. All of the different possibilities. I can see your brains working, your wheels turning, thinking about how you could use those with your students. Does anybody have any questions for Steffi or any comments about how you've used these or how you've enjoyed them?
I have a question because I like the first one. I mean, I haven't used it. The WhiteboardFi, I think was the name.
WhiteboardFi. Mm-hmm.
Okay. There, you said that we cannot save students' work, or we can.
I haven't saved students' work. The website doesn't save it because you don't have to create a profile for students or for yourself. But I have another website where you can save students' work. but they have to create a profile and log in with Google. I can share both of them. I just like this one better, but I'll send you.
Yeah, because I love it. I can use it with my little kids.
Mhm.
Okay, so I just sign in and that's it. I start.
Yeah, you don't even have to sign in. You just put your name
Mhm.
and you create your class, and then you share the link with them, and all they have to do is put their names or a nickname.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Someone,
Thanks a lot.
Margarita, someone also just posted in the chat as well that they think you can turn student work into a PDF maybe. Another thing which you could do if students were there, another workaround that I just was thinking about is, we've gotten so used to screenshotting everything. If there was student work you wanted to save, you could always screenshot it and save it as an image too, if the PDF option doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Yes, I will. Thank you.
Okay.
For
Yes.
for the whiteboard .fi, do you have to create a link every time you're gonna do an activity?
I just share it once, and then I can change it in there. But I share it daily. It's not something that they can have saved. I share it every morning if we're going to use it.
Okay, but it's the same link?
Yeah, it's always the same.
Okay. Thank you.
Great question.
Ana Lucia, I think you had a question.
Yes, Steffi, hello. I'm curious about Class Kick.
Mhm.
Is it like other apps wherein it has available lessons that you can search for? Because you showed some lessons that your friend did. Is that available for other teachers, like other creators can publish and it will be available for other users?
I don't think it's like that. She shared those with me because you can click on share, and she sent me the link. I haven't seen a bank of assignments there.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
I want to add some information that in Jamboard, they added the feature through which you can upload a background in every sheet. So it's quite new. Well, that's good because students can't move your background anymore.
Now you can fix it.
Yes, it's
That
new.
is wonderful.
Adding more features in Google this March. So wait for more, they said. I don't know. I'm excited about it. And if you don't have that feature yet, you can get a shape in Jamboard, make it cover the whole page, make it translucent. So whatever you
Yes.
created on the main, they will not be able to move it around. So that's a trick that we do. So if you paste something in Jamboard, because Jamboard is made to move the different stuff, like when you click and drop. But the thing is, you can cover it with a shape, extend the shape to the corner over your own Jamboard, make it translucent. So anything that they put on top, they will not be able to move your stuff. That's the trick that we do every day.
That's awesome.
Yes, you can actually you can choose an image of your own computer, or you can choose between some of the backgrounds that are set there with dots or like a blackboard or green board or different type of boards itself. Yeah.
Thank
Do
you.
you wanna see that?
Sure.
Okay. Here you have, well, this is in Spanish, of course. It says establecer fondo to set the background, and then you can choose between, this is a picture of mine, my classroom, my virtual classroom, but you can choose between any of those different backgrounds. And that's it, it's new.
Nice. Great. Thank you, Norma. That's fantastic.
You're welcome.
Yeah, another question, Leonora?
Yes, I would like to know if we have time for Steffi to show us how to put the multiple choice on the PDF and on the Class Kick. app? Because
Yeah, you want to show us, Steffi?
Yeah, it will take.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah,
thank you.
we're happy to do that. The floor is open today.
So guys, remember I'm new to these, please, but it's somewhere here.
The
You
great thing
add-
about this community, we are all patient.
Good. So it's select file. No, it's up here. This one. Yes, I think it's this one. So how do I use a multiple choice element? Here is explaining. So what you have to do is click on these dots and it's going to take you through it. And you choose in which slide you put it. But it's really simple. Just follow those instructions. My friend showed me and I really cannot tell you exactly how, but that's the button you have to touch.
I love how the directions pop right up there for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. You don't even need to go and Google separately to find them. It's right there. Wonderful. And the great thing is too, if you're playing around with these and you're trying something out and you have questions, always remember that you can go into the live chats discussion and write a question there or comment and tag somebody, and someone will get an alert and then can come back in and help you out. So use that with each other too. All righty. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead next. And next up is Anna. She is going to share with us as well. So we will pass things over to her, see what she has to share. And then when she's done, we'll do the same thing, open it up for questions.
Well, my name is Ana Laura. I am from Córdoba, Argentina, and I teach middle school and high school. But here I teach ESL, English as a second language, as a foreign language, sorry. And what I'm going to share with you is also an online board that I found no long ago, and it has a lot of things. Before I forget, I will paste some links in the chat for you to check later. There you have the address I'm going to use now. Then you have the Twitter handle, because they always post new things you can do. And then you have a tutorial that you can check on later, and some free courses if you want to learn better how to use it. I will share my screen now. I don't know, wait, what happened? Ah, there you go. Now, can you see?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So you have to go to whiteboard.chat. Here you have to just click start drawing, then start teaching, and it will take you to the board. Ah, yeah. So wait, because I have a toolbar here. Okay. Now, so on the top in the middle, there you write the name of the board. I already have one saved. I will go here to manage boards. Either you save it or not, because you can forget to put a name. You will have here, like me, unsaved, okay? But I will use this one that says 11 March. Also, you can create folders, for example, for different subjects. I will choose the one I prepared. This board is made, it was created by teachers for teachers. So it has a lot of things. Like Steffi said, you have to like search and touch everything because it has a lot. We will start on the top right. I have to think left, right, top right. There you have how to invite people using QR code, links, the usual, or you can send an email invitation to Classroom or Microsoft Teams. You can use a video call if you need it. You can make polls. Then in these three dots, you can set the background. These are like something like, well, they are not so important, but it changes the visual. Here you can change the colors. And this, I don't know how you call it, this thing I'm moving. You have a lot of things here for different subjects. I will show you the widgets. You have spinners that Michelle likes. Okay, you can change everything there. For example, with chemistry, I wanted to show you, you have a periodic table. You can move it, resize it, make it smaller, bigger as you need it. So you have to touch here. So far, are we good? Okay. Now we go to the right bottom, to the bottom right, sorry. Here you can change your name, and here you choose the thickness of your, of how you, how do you call how you write. Now, wait, because I have all of you here, I have to move you. Then on the left, on the bottom, you have a grid view also. If I have like 20 students, I can see all of them. The first one is mine, and all the others, you will see the name of the students. Then next to it, you will see number, a number 1. What's the name? Okay. Here are the pages you have. You can have as many pages as you want, as you need, sorry. Next to it, you have a little square. You can see all the pages you have that we are going to see now. Okay, if I click it, it goes away next to the arrow. So what I like about this board is you can put PDF. I will show you that first. Wait a minute. Upload file. You can choose either from Google Drive or the computer. I will choose a PDF. The PDF should be up to 50 pages, okay? So it will upload here someday. Wait a minute. There. Okay. So this has 4 pages. So if I press if I click the arrow downstairs at the bottom, it takes me to the pages. Okay. And I will show you how I change the backgrounds. Okay. The only thing I did was here, upload file, and I choose again from the computer, and then I chose the background. Okay, and then with this, sorry, double click, you select move, and then you can move it. Sorry. But I did this first. That's why it is in my second page, okay? You have to put the background first and then put the PDF file. Another thing that I like about this board is the media. You can add audio. So if you prepare the board beforehand, you can record the instructions. These are the instructions. So I check it. These are the instructions. Then I like it, so I select send. And if I want to move it, with right click, move, and then I put it where I want. Okay. Another thing I want to show you is download. Here you have several options. Just download all the board. You can download just the first page. All the students together in one PDF file or one PDF file per scholar. Okay, and no, that's it, because all the other things are similar to the other boards. I just show you the ones that stand out to me. The little tools here, look, you have to touch because there are a lot of things for math, for geography, everything. So, well, that would be it. If you want to ask me something.
Great, thank you, Ana Laura. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Another wonderful tool.
And this is free, just in case. I mean,
great.
And they are always adding things. That's why I recommend to follow it on Twitter. They always share things, new things. How to make flashcards, how to use it for math. They always share things. So yeah, that's important.
That's one of the things I do love about using Twitter for education is that when you start following something that you like, or the hashtag related to it or the handle, it's great because people will then start tagging that and you can see examples of how they're using it, right? Or if updates are made and new features are added. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah.
All righty.
Can I say something?
Please, yes.
I like this whiteboard. It has a lot of different features. And this is the whiteboard my colleague uses for math because she saves the students' work for grades. I think the other one is very user-friendly with little kids, with emojis and the cuteness. But this is great to keep grades on track.
Here you have stickers also. Here, but I only have 5 minutes, so I prepare for 5 minutes. And I do. But here you have at the end emoji and stickers. So you have also like faces. And I found some like awesome. I don't see them now, but you have to. It is here, so you have just to look for it. You have a lot. Yeah,
Very nice.
it's really complete, I think.
I have a
But we need to
question.
have several options because someday, and maybe this one, it doesn't work, so you can use other. So it's important to have several.
Diana, I have a question too. I saw
Okay.
that you can see the students' work earlier, and you're showing your own PDF and stuff. Do they have access to your stuff that they can write on it? Or
Yes, yes, you have to. You can choose what students can do here in the settings. You can choose. Students see simple tools, students see very simple tools. And when you have the students, you can choose different things. In the tutorial I shared to you in the chat, that teacher explains everything. She shows you the teacher view and the student view at the same time. So it's really good. It's only 22 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited about it.
Great. Any other questions, comments? All right. Well, you know that you can always reach out to Ana Laura in the live chats or via Twitter if you're connected with her there, if you think of something that you want to ask later. But we're going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Clarissa, who is our third and final guest for tonight. And I'm sure what she has ready to share is going to be equally as mind-blowing and exciting for you, because anytime any of you share, that's how it is. So without further ado, you're up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Clarissa Gongora from Belize. I'm teaching grade 5 here. I'll be sharing you with about boom cards. Let me share. Okay. I'm a little bit new to this boom cards. And what I love from boom cards is that you can engage your children through using Zoom. What I do, I like to go to TPT, Teachers Pay Teachers, and download free things. And like, for example, you want to use the digital multiplication wheel. You just go to action, you fast pin, you generate a pin, you highlight the students play, the students will be interacting with you, and you paste it in your Google search and you will have this one. But then using Zoom, I use it through Zoom. I give the remote control to students so that students can type their answer. So they start with 6 times 8. They will type their answer and they will submit it, and they will give you if it's correct or not. It's really interactive with them. So if I give control, let's see, to Ana Laura. So Ana Laura has the control right now. So Ana Laura can type any 6 times 8.
Sorry, me?
Yes, you have the control right now to use boom cards.
I'm touching it, but nothing happens.
You have to go where, let's say, yes. You have to click on the little thing, and then
Ah, now I
type your,
can. Yes.
then type your answer. 6 times 2,
Do I do it right or not?
you will, what is 6 times 2?
The correct one.
6 times 2, 12. Then you go to submit. You click on submit.
I'm looking for it. I can see it. I'm sorry.
Submit
There it is.
answer. Don't forget to type all your answers. So you need to, you need to fill all the 6 times table, and then if they will tell you, is it correct or is it wrong? If you want to give each student a turn, then you go again and you remote control and give it to another student. So
I wanted to try what happens if I do it wrong.
it will give you to try again.
Okay.
It will give you try again. And what I love as well with boom cards, they give you a library. You can farm your own deck cards. I need to explore as well how to do my deck cards. Meanwhile, I'm using the free versions of the boom cards. They have for all subjects, the main idea, they have the problem solving. I love this one. I generate the fast print. Generate a new print, a new pin. You click on the and you copy, you open another and you paste it. And it will give you to interact with your students. So this is coordinate grids. And again, you can do give control. Let's see if I give control to Steffi. So Steffi has the control right now, and then which point is located at 2, 4 on the grid. So she will need to click on the point A. Is it point C? Incorrect. And then you give you another slide.
This is so nice because I don't need a link. You can control it from there.
Yes, you just give control to your students from the Zoom control bar, and then they can maneuver their answers, and it's very interactive. You student A, student B, student C, they will be getting your turn.
This is fun.
So once you finish with your math, your language arts, you can go back and stop the remote control. What I love to as well as that, what I discovered that you can do your cards and do a virtual tour, a virtual trip. I saw a free one. It has scrambled words, sentences. It has a lot in the free. I go to teachers, pay teachers, create my account, download free stuff, and generate it in boom cards. So this is what I love to use with my students as part of games with them, and so that it doesn't be so boring just talking to them through over a screen, so they feel involved in the lesson as well. So they have a virtual beach trip, a sample freebie. They give you what's the beach and so forth with pictures of it. So that's boom cards.
Thank you so much for sharing. That's fantastic.
Clarissa, I don't know if you're seeing the chat. We have the same question. How do we give control to students?
You have on the when you share screen on Zoom, it gives you a little control. It shows control, and you go and you click control, and all the list of your students will appear there, and you will choose who will be.
Okay, second question. Does it only go with Zoom? Does it not recognize?
I haven't tried with Google Meet. My students here just are with Zoom, but I will try it out with Google. I think it should, because you share screen and you give the, if Google Meet give the control, I guess you can use it, but I haven't tried with Google Meet.
Any other questions, comments? Okay.
Not a question, but I'm like in shock. This was magic.
Well, we love when things are magic, don't we? Yes, anything that
I
makes
want to
life-
try it now.
yeah. Anything that makes your teaching life easier or things very easy and accessible for students, right? Gets a thumbs up.
I have a question for Clarissa. Clarissa, did you say something about generating the boom cards
You
too?
can generate your own deck cards, but at meantime, I'm looking forward for my holiday so that I can focus on how to generate it and have it more interactive.
Okay.
So for the
Okay.
meantime, I go to Teachers Pay Teachers link where thousands of files there are, and I love the free ones. And I download it and I explore with my students with introductions or my closures or during my lesson.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I don't know if we could have set today up any more successfully. We had volunteers that said, yeah, I'll share something. And little did we know that your world was going to be rocked tonight and that you were going to find all of these new tricks and treasures. So give us a little thumbs up or a wave, some excitement if you walked away, if you're going to walk away from today with a new idea. Yeah? Okay, that's what we like to see. Yay, that means that we did well. And by we, I mean they, our guest speakers. So let's give our guests a round of applause. Thank you all so much. Steffi, Ana Laura, and Clarissa for sharing. We are so appreciative and thank you for your time and your expertise and your willingness to get here and share. I will tell you that this space is the warmest and most inviting and safest space to take a risk to share anything because there is no judgment at all. It is, you know, I know Steffi said, oh, I'm new, have patience. Let me just try to figure this out. Everybody was so patient and just so thankful that you're sharing. And Ana Laura today, when I posted the tweet, said, oh, I'm so anxious. She did a wonderful job and she always does. And Clarissa, thank you for taking a chance and the first time sharing something with us. So bravo to all of you and we appreciate you so much and appreciate all of you for being such a wonderful and supportive audience. So.